Good afternoon. I'll call to order the Public Utilities Commission meeting for Tuesday, November 26, 2024. The first item on our agenda is our consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next item is our Employee of the Month.
Yes, Commissioners, our Employee of the Month for October is Darcy Sieg. Darcy is in the power plant, and Darcy has shown excellent leadership and skills during startups that we've had to do for MISO this past summer. He knows what must be done with the turbines and is always willing to help the boiler operators when they need it. It is always busy when we need to do the starts for MISO because of the timeline, and Darcy is always thinking ahead to make sure we meet the deadline. When Darcy is not in the relief position, he helps with maintenance throughout the plant and is willing to do any job that is presented to him and does it safely and in a timely manner. Darcy is a great person to work with and is deserving of this recognition, so congratulations to Darcy.
I'll make the motion to recognize Darcy Sieg as Employee of the Month for October 2024.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much, Darcy. Next up is our fees schedule.
This is the schedule of fees and charges. These will be effective January 1st. There's not a whole lot of changes to the schedule. One of them is a public safety lighting, which is the street lighting fee that's going from $5 to $5.50. And then the other changes in the natural gas, there's some installation charges that are going up from like $500 to $600, right in line with what electric is as well, and it's inflation driven. And then wastewater, we have some rate increases for haulers that come and dump at our wastewater plants. So again, basically inflationary driven. I think you have the schedule attached to the agenda item.
Yes, it is.
I'll offer the resolution approving the 2025 PUC schedule of fees and charges to be effective January 1st, 2025.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, we need to call the roll.
Commissioner Fingland?
Yes.
Commissioner Hillersheim?
Yes.
Commissioner Shaunis?
Yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Yes.
And President Visser.
Yes. Resolution passes. Next item up on our agenda is our burner management. Glenn.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to authorize the city manager to advertise for bids for this project for the burner management on boiler number 4. This project will make number 4 more reliable for startups for MISO. In the past, we have had some issues with the fire eyes and igniters not working properly and leading to some failures. And this startup process is on a very tight timeline, so we need this equipment to be reliable at all times when we do get called. The new controls will need to be compatible with an upgrade we did in 2019. And this controls upgrade will not affect our emissions because we are not changing the amount of BTUs or anything that we're putting into the boiler. So it'd be still compliant with the MPCA and other agencies. Any questions?
I'll make the motion to authorize the city manager to advertise for bids and set the bid date for the burner management controls project on the number 4 boiler.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Our next item is our odor control media for the 18th.
Yes, Commissioners, you saw this item, I believe, back in, I have it somewhere here, I thought, June of this year. This is actually for some additional odor control media. There seemed to have been a bit of miscommunication, and it's necessary to have some additional odor control media to complete the project. The company, Thermal Process Systems, has agreed to a 47% discount in the cost of the media, so we are getting a good price for it. But basically, we need this in order to be able to finish the project. It does, however, bring the cost over budget by about $8,800, but there is the adequate funds within the EPA funds to cover the cost of this, so everything should be good there.
I'll make the motion to receive an order filed the purchase from Thermal Process Systems for odor control media replacement for the ATAD automated auto-heated thermophilic aerobic digestion in the amount of $10,944.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up is a repair to the elevator.
Yes, this repair came to our attention. It is included in the 2025 budget. We are just asking that this be done as soon as possible. We've had to make 2 repairs to the elevator, once in May, again in July. And this past time, we actually had someone get stuck. So it's necessary to get it done. And we don't want to close the elevator due to ADA issues. So we're hoping to get this completed. There's two quotes. One is to fix the issue with the starters. The other is the valve. We're also having an issue where the elevator is releveling itself many times a day. And so since we're going to be getting the soft starter project done, we'd just as soon like to get the valve done so that we think that may help extend the life of the elevator itself. So we're asking for the starter and valve quote to be accepted tonight.
I'll make the motion to authorize the city manager to accept the quote from MEI to repair and upgrade the elevator in the PUC administration building in the amount of $11,137.87.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
Yeah, I had one thing I was going to say. So the budget is for $9,500, but the expense is for $11,000.
Yes.
Do we want to just up the budget since the budget hasn't been approved yet?
We can, if you'd like us to, we can increase the budget. Yes, we can do that. So
Okay.
we'll increase the 2025 budget to $12,000 to cover the total amount.
That'd be good.
Okay.
Anything else? Not, all in favor say aye.
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 Nay, opposed? Motion carries. Now we're on to the termination of a Heartland Consumer Power contract.
Yeah, yes, Commissioners. So we have a contract with Heartland Consumer Power Districts. They call themselves Heartland Energy now. They are the company that supplies us with our energy, our power. We signed a contract with them in January of 2029, which was effective January 1st of 2010, going out January 23rd, 2009, and in effect January 1 of 2010, terminating on December 31st of 2029. This particular contract has a 5-year termination date, and so Heartland is aware that we're sending them this letter. We're looking to start the negotiation for a new contract, so we would have one in place at least at the termination date, if not sooner. So this is just a formality for the contract for us to be able to start negotiations.
So we'll still be purchasing power from the same people.
We'll still be purchasing until December of 2029.
But do you intend after that then to still stay with them or?
It depends.
There's other vendors out there?
There's other vendors out there, yep, and, Heartland has Heartland does a lot of different things for us, and so we would need to do probably an RFQ or something like that to figure out what other companies, if they're even able to do some of those things. But yeah, it'll be more of a discussion after this.
I'll offer the motion to consider approving and authorizing the intent to terminate the wholesale electric power sales agreement dated January 23rd, 2009, between the New Ulm Public Utilities Commission and Heartland Consumer Power District, DBA Heartland Energy, with notice of termination at 11:59 p.m. on December 31st, 2024, which begins the 5-year termination requirement per Section 2.1 of the contract.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on this? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I do need a resolution on this, so we need a
Oh,
vote.
so we need to call the roll.
Yes.
Freeland.
Yes.
Commissioner Hillesheim.
Yes.
Commissioner Shaunis. Commissioner Williams.
Yes.
And President Visser.
Yes. That last item is our item 4, our claims and estimates.
I'll make the motion to accept the list of claims paid in the amount of $3,240,565.51.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any additional comments from any of our commissioners at this time? Our next meeting will be December 18th due to the Christmas holiday. If there's nothing else, I will adjourn. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.